How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of CTGP Deluxe. It has been a damn long while since we've done this. Version 1.1 has finally released, so we are here to check it out. Although I already know what it is because guess what? Your boy is making it up the ranks. So yeah, as you can see right here, we've got wireless play, which is technically the online mode for CTGP Deluxe for now. Obviously, with Nintendo having the current servers up, it's going to make it much more difficult to, make an actual online mode. So for now, we have to use wireless play. You can see there's a new settings icon right here, which gives you different options. You can get communication mode for network, so you can go back to the vanilla, or you could just stick with the CTGP Deluxe tracks. Honk visibility disabled or on, which I think means the honking that you can do and it vibrates. I don't really know. Race timer is the little thing that used to be in the corner in the old Mario Karts, so you can actually see your time now, which I think is really cool, so I highly recommend having that on. The speedometer, of course, is to show you how fast you're going in a vehicle, so that could be useful if you're trying to look for a really good combo or something, or just really want to see how fast you're going. And for default race background music, you have CTGP Deluxe original soundtrack, which I highly recommend because you got to hear some of these insane remixes, guys. It is outstanding and insane just how good and talented these music artists are. It's quite incredible. I highly recommend checking them out. But of course today, you know what, I'm actually gonna go with Luigi. I don't remember why I was being this set up last time, but we're gonna be checking out these new tracks today. Let's do 200cc to kind of make the, well, no, let's do 150. Oh yeah, and of course, who could forget about this? So guys, we got a new person onto the CTGP Deluxe team, and they make incredible icons. So they've tried doing this with their own pack before of custom icons, but now they are officially on the CTGP Deluxe team, and look how insane these look. These look really, really good, and they almost, actually I would say they look official. They're awesome, and it makes these tracks feel more like they're actually a part of the game. This whole pack just feels like it's extra tracks for this game, not in a sense that you could tell it's custom. It actually feels like tracks that Nintendo made. So the icons being upgraded to this sort of thing, Boshi's skate park looks awesome. We've played most of the tracks already, we just haven't gotten a chance to actually go and play some of these other ones, like this cup. I mean, there's quite a few we still have to go through, which I'll save that for another day because I feel like checking out this new update is a more big priority because of just how awesome it is. So we have the Prankster Comet Cup, which has Chocolate Island 1, Haunted Woods, 3DS Bowser's Castle, and the Chef's Kiss DS Rainbow Road. And then we have the Coin Cup, which in my opinion is one of the best cups in this game now, because we have Mushroom Bridge, GBA Luigi Circuit, DS Delfino Square, and of course the infamous Piranha Plant Pipeline. So without any further ado, and so I just shut up, let's go and check out these brand new tracks. Here we go with SNES Chocolate Island 1. This one is insane because not only does it completely rehaul this track, it actually looks like it's an official Nintendo remake, which is what is so insane about a lot of these tracks and whatnot, and the music as well. Somehow you can actually make Chocolate Island 1 enjoyable. It's actually kind of crazy because you got these little jumps through here. These jumps simultaneously go different directions. I'm not saying the right words. Guys, I haven't recorded a video in this track is really, really cool. I haven't played this one as much as some of the other ones from this new update, mainly because, it's still an SNES track at heart. And the music remix, guys, you gotta give credit to the CTGP Deluxe music team. Y'all need to really go and just show them the love and support that they deserve. And quite frankly, it is one of my more favorite parts about this pack is the remixes. I'm always hyped to hear a new one. Choco Island sounds nice as well. I hate the original theme, I'm not gonna lie. But the remix, they made it just beautiful. And it fits right in with this game. Next up, we've got Diddy Kong Racing Haunted Woods. This one's made by Squadaloo. As you know, we have played a lot of his tracks in the past. But this is also really cool, is that it has a custom intro, which is what I love about these types of courses. And also, I don't really get to experience much of Diddy Kong Racing, mainly because it's kind of really only available through emulate. But this remix, man, I don't even know what this song is, but I just love it. And this track is really short, but the whole design is it's just really nice. It's a short and sweet, simple track. And listen to that saxophone. And then you got the insane drum beats through here. This reminds me a lot of like N64 Bowser's Castle too, right through there. And then we got the little things in the background that almost sound like a Splatoon sword, of course, which is awesome. I guess this is also supposed to be a jump, but I kind of suck at this, so... And here's that custom outro music. Beautiful. And then we've got also this part of the music. I'm going to let you guys listen to it a little bit. It's awesome. Here we are with Claudio's 3DS Bowser's Castle. I also feel like this one should have been originally in Mario Kart 8. This is one of those tracks that do feel like that. Also, I love that ending portion. The ending portion of the camera zooming in on Bowser's face instead of the usual, you know, looking at the players from the starting line. That makes this one a little bit more unique. And oh my gosh, if you thought GBA Bowser's Castle 4's remix was insane, listen to this one real quick. The guitar, you know, the guitar kills me. But yeah, you still got your usual 2 pathways. If I didn't suck at Mario Kart, you know, I haven't played it in a little while, so bear with me. And into the most confusing part of this track, the water with the lava underneath. That, like, what? And then we, of course, have the really cool ending portion where we see all the volcanoes, bunch of lava, and then we have this huge gliding section where we could choose a path if we wanted to, or we can go back down there. Almost hit Bowser's tooth right there. Could have chopped it off if I wanted to. Alright, let's just go on this path. If the thwomp wouldn't have gotten in my way, that would have been a cool drift. But yeah, let's go inside the little tunnel. You know, it's just 3DS Bowser's Castle at its heart. And it's also based off the tour version, which you can tell by the ramps and just the look of it in general. Which makes it even more convincing that it's like an official remake because, you know, tour's the latest Mario Kart game. And that's what they use for most of the BCP tracks. Like, they just reused assets from Tour. And can I just say, this is actually a beautiful course to be the semi-finale for a cup. Specifically with DS Rainbow Road, I mean. It just works so well, man. And while 3DS Bowser's Castle may not be one of my more favorite Bowser's Castles out there, because I just don't think it's like... It doesn't fit the setting of a Bowser's Castle, kind of like Wii U's. But I still enjoy it. There's still love to be had with it. And this section has just never made sense to me. But, you know, when has Mario ever made any sense? So we could just have lava underneath water, you know, it's all fine. And that little drum section at the end going like... And then it goes back to... Ooh. Nostalgia Road, here we go. DS Rainbow Road by Hello There. And look at that. Having the Odyssey there, it works. It just works, and having like the Odyssey rocks floating around too, it just works. It makes this specific Rainbow Road stand out more, because a lot of people forget this one even exists. Most people call it a copy of GCN Rainbow Road, but my gosh, guys, I'm gonna let you guys listen to this remix for a hot minute. Listen. Here we go now. And the whistling. The whistling. It's bringing me back to the good old days of Mario Kart DS. And I love this little jump pad that's like all rainbow too. That's really awesome. I don't think that's actually used on any other track. I could be wrong though. And of course we have the spiral section of anti-gravity. You know, this track could have worked pretty fine in this game. It's such a good track, man. It's such an underrated Rainbow Road. I swear to God, man. And then this part, the second half of this track goes crazy, man. You gotta listen. And oh, that's the other part. You heard that? That's a little nod to like the other Rainbow Roads that also had that. Or maybe it's just 3DS Rainbow Road that had that. But listen to this part. The whistling, man. It's so good. And then it gets really hype right here. Like this part of the track really hits it. Come on, Lightning. DS Rainbow Road would honestly be a very nice addition to have back in the next game. I really wanted to see it get remade. There's a bunch of Rainbow Roads that just need to come back in general because, you know, you have GCN, GBA, and DS that haven't been remade. I mean, they could bring back Wii again if they really wanted to. I wouldn't be complaining, but I know a lot of other people would. Because they'd be saying, oh, it's been remade in 3 games in a row. Yeah, well, guess what? Yoshi's Circuit has been remade like 4 times. Baby Park has been remade like 4 times. And I know people didn't like those either. I'm sorry, guys. I just had to go on a rant. But, you know, DS Rainbow Road, such a beautiful course. What a great way to end this cup off, too. Like, the whole selection, how it's all laid out, is really nice to make this like a really peak cup. And now we're getting on to what I think is personally one of the better cups that I've seen in this game ever. GCN Mushroom Bridge by Chirpy Luna, of course based off of the tour version as well. And oh my gosh, guys, this track is insanely beautiful and everything works fine. And of course, you know, you can't forget about the music, which has insane jazzy remix. But you know, you can go back over to the side guardrails over here, which weren't in the DS version. They were in the tour version though. And honestly, there's not really any point of going over there unless if you want to take a slower route and not get hit by cars. But if you get hit by cars in this track, man, please. It's a skill issue. And of course, they got the bomb-up cars working because they were in Moonview Highway. And then you have the most iconic part of this track, driving on top of the bridge guardrail. You can jump off of these little guys right here too. It's just a really nice remake. And of course, you still have the off-road shortcut right here too, where it is a little slow because I think it's made with like a different dirt surface. Oh, this part of the remix though, listen. It's insane, man. And the way of how it just all loops back together. It just gets you in the feels, man. It's insane. And if only this track was actually in Mario Kart 8. What did I get hit by? Did the blue shell hit that? But anyways, if this was in Mario Kart 8, it would have gotten more praise than it should have. Like, people were just not wanting this track in the Booster Course Pass. But man, this would have been nice. But no more dwelling on that. That was years ago. Which is crazy to think about because the Booster Course Pass was a long time ago, man. But all we can do is hope that this track will be in the next game, which I'm sure it will be, right? A worthy contender that could have been better than choosing Wii Daisy Circuit in Wave 6. This, of course, is GBA Luigi Circuit, and it uses the same remix as Mario Circuit from the base game. And honestly, this track is really difficult with this game's physics. Like, I've been trying to play it, and my goodness, man. You thought Neo Bowser City was difficult? Try playing this one. Of course, if you do end up falling into, like, the oil spills, that's just a skill issue. That's a skill issue on your part. It has nothing to do with anything about this track. But yeah, this Luigi Circuit is really nice. I do love how the double item box is hidden behind the ink spill. Because if you really want those double items, you gotta go and figure out a different route to get over there. Or just use a star, maybe a mushroom, or just go through it in general, because it doesn't really stop you all too much. But I wouldn't do that on the final lap. But yeah, this one was, of course, remade from the Tour version as well, which a lot of people didn't know this was actually in Mario Kart Tour, which I thought was interesting. But then again, it doesn't come back in the game very often. This track is honestly the best GBA circuit track. In my opinion, at least. Just because the difficulty present in it is much more difficult than most other circuit courses. Daisy's Circuit kind of had that, but not in the 8 Deluxe remake. I mean, you could tell this one is like extremely difficult compared to that. With all the ink spills, the watery road, it can really mess you up sometimes on this track. Like, you have a lot of sharp turns as well. The Tour remake still did a pretty awesome job with remaking this course. And a lot of people don't give it enough praise as it should. And I'm glad this track got put into the pack as well because it really does deserve a chance to shine. DS Delfino Square by Croco64. You guys are not ready for this one. And I know I've said that about most of these courses, but specifically this one has the most changes. It got a complete overhaul, has brand new paths, making it even seem more official. The town got a complete overhaul. You're probably like, wait, what is this? It's still the same layout, but they made it more modern. And it's insane. They, of course, still have that little shortcut that I absolutely did not fail right there. You know, I think that's supposed to be a reference to Daisy Cruiser in the back, which makes the whole Mario Kart franchise feel more connected together. You know, of course, you have the bridge, which I don't even know how the heck they got that working. And then you may be noticing there's a red arrow. Now, what does that mean, you guys? Well, have you seen the tour tracks? Now, let's go ahead and go straight on this path, which has a nice little water fountain right there, which looks pretty. This track is such a classic. 100% needs to be in the next Mario Kart. And can you imagine like a Wonder art style for this? Kind of like the direction they're going, like, you know, with the new Mario Kart game. Can you imagine if they did this in a Wonder art style? And here's the secret route, y'all. We're going around on a completely new area that Delfino Square's never explored. And guess what? After this little waterfall section, you've got another jump. But no, you're actually going backwards now, which I actually think is pretty unique for this track. I didn't like it very much for Peach Gardens, but for this track, it works really well. And it's funny how another DS track got this. I wonder if that was inspired from that one specifically. This remake makes it feel more like an actual, like, Sunshine related course, since that's what it was originally supposed to be like. It just feels more alive. You have the Piantas on the outside. There's little nods to Mario Sunshine on the walls, as you can see on the, you know, the sides. You know how the Ink Mario was actually Bowser Jr. Sorry, I don't play Sunshine. He puts the little M on the side of the walls whenever he goes through it. It's like a painting or whatever. That's what's actually on some parts of this track. And the whole track just feels more alive just because, you know, it's updated. It looks like it's lively. Like, it doesn't look like it's just bland old gray. There's actually colors put into this, which is what I really love. And I also really like the little dolphin fountain section right there. Like, it just makes it feel more alive. And of course, we're ending it off with Piranha Plant Pipeline from Mario Kart Tour, made by Chirpy Luna. And I'm pretty sure we've played this specific custom track before by this author, but that was like, I don't know, like a year or two ago. So this track has been insanely updated to try to get the physics down right as possible. So I could kind of see why Nintendo didn't get it to work if they were even testing this track out, which I'm sure they were. I'm also sure that they probably could have found a way to get it to work. I mean, for this version that this person made, it works pretty well. Like, there was this weird glitch before when we used to play it where you would go up here and you kind of get stuck. It wasn't just in this specific part of the pipe, it was just in any section. And you would just get this weird stuck glitch. It was really weird. And I love how they also did this remix because it feels Mario Kart 8 Deluxe-ish, but it also stays very true to the original and doesn't try to take too many risks. Which, yeah, sometimes it's good to take risks, such as in the Mushroom Bridge remix. It sounds amazing, it fits with it. But I think for this track, it already sounds way too good in Tour. Just don't mess around with it too much. For something like 3DS Rainbow Road, they messed around with it a little too much with doing that little synth thing for 3DS Rainbow Road, and it just didn't work. But I know many creators out there have been trying to get this track working in this game, and for the life of them, it is so difficult. Like, probably the most difficult track they've ever had to port from Tour, just because of the fact the track just doesn't work with the physics very well. Alright, let's go now on the blue path, since I don't think we've even bothered with this one yet. You know, you have like the little water slide, which is really nice. And then, of course, you have this little jump ramp, which I think I've heard they're going to be updating that to make it more reminiscent to the Tour version, where the Tour version had that wiggly pipe, which didn't it used to have it when we played this track? It may have not. Or it could have been an entirely different remake, like I said. But it's Piranha Plant Pipeline, man. One of my more favorite tracks from Tour, like, as in Nitros. And it only comes back once a year in Tour. Like, why, Nintendo? Why? Also, did we just get first place in all these tracks? Like, I'm just noticing 120 points. But yeah, Piranha Plant Pipeline, man, like, it's definitely got to be in the next game. At least if they're going to pick out any Tour track, Piranha Plant Pipeline has got to be the #1 choice. For everyone, too. I don't think it's just me. Shut up. But yeah, that's everything included in the version 1.1 update. So you have new settings, brand new UI, new remixes, which actually there is new remixes for some of the older tracks, but some of them I haven't even played yet, so we're going to be saving that for another day. But yeah, that's all I have for today, guys. Let me know down below what you think of this update, and what was your favorite track out of this update. Make sure to, of course, also subscribe and like the video if you did enjoy. Catch you all in the next one. Peace out, stay safe, and goodbye.